Okay, we live? So let me just sign in order to be able to see the chat. Okay. Alright. Don't really need to chat. Okay, then I'll go into Photoshop. This is the one that I use. Damn, that's some unreleased stuff. New file. Okay. Right, this is good. Oh, wait. Damn, I'm still streaming. Okay. Okay, so at this point I'm just going to wait for some viewers to join and then maybe get down some ideas. If not, there's one that I've been thinking about working on. But yeah, we'll see. If there are any comments, whatever, yeah. So yeah, any viewers? Except the 2 viewers right now. Hopefully we'll get some more coming soon. Yeah, any viewers? Please just comment any designs that you want. Yeah, not gonna lie, chat delay is slightly crazy. Well, I'm 20 seconds ahead of you guys when I'm speaking. So, we got any ideas for Pokemon? Or should I just do one that I've been thinking of? Yeah, right now I'm reading the chat on my second account because, on my first account that's on my PC and I'm drawing on there right now. Well, not drawing, just waiting for ideas and then I will be drawing. Water necessary there, stay hydrated. Anyway, as I have not got any suggestions yet, I will just get on with the drawing. Just classic old drawing in the app session, Okay, so first, new layer. Let's put it to, a new Rotom form. Okay, yeah. What do you mean by that? You must elaborate, Because I wish I was joking. I am in my region. There is Rotom Car. Okay. Anyway, add a new layer. We'll just call this layer 1 or line art. Okay, at this point now, I'm just trying to look at my brushes. I've downloaded a few. I quite like this one here. It's called Pokemon Line Smooth. Although the size right now, yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks a bit like rather that than like these sorts of more rough lines. If we just have a look at these, oh, that's not that bad. I might use that in future. Then that's a bit too rough for me, so I'm going to go for smooth. Turn it down to, let's go for about 10 pixels. That's generally what I go for. Then I go for a 5000 by 5000 grid. Okay, on layer 1. Sorry, no, this isn't line art. That was my mistake. We're going to call this, this layer, pose. Not PSE. Pose. Okay. Typically I want to switch opacity on this to 70. Sure. And we'll select this layer. Now you see, my idea is I want to do a regional Trubbish. So I'm just going to draw the outline of what a shape's going to be like. I'm thinking maybe something like this. And then I'm thinking it's going to be rock poison, because I'm basing it on uranium. Oh wait, I just forgot. We got some viewers in Hong Kong right now. Alright, I'm just not going to give it arms, because, you know, why not? Then I've done some sketches for this. It's not going to evolve into Garbodor. But this is basically what I mean for pose. It's literally like the roughest outline ever. And then I make a new layer. Then I'll call that sketch. Then I'm gonna switch this to some other brush. I've got sketch here. I did not have. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm thinking for sketch, make it a bit bigger. In fact, just to make it easier to see, I'm gonna set the opacity down on this, the pose layer, to, let's go for 20 right now. Yeah, that's 20. And then we'll make this line or this brush further bigger. And then I'm thinking here. So I didn't realize last live stream I did just how important it is to sketch out these things. Still learning a bit with art, you know. Because I spent quite a lot of time trying to figure out how to do the 2-line. Because I didn't last time do. I did a different type of line art. And I was just focusing on getting it so like the official Pokemon style. But what I didn't realize is there are so many different types. Because part of the reason that I'm making these live streams is when I was learning to draw in something that sort of replicates the official Pokemon style, there were, no good tutorials, basically. So I'm trying to, or at least they were constantly skipping past stuff. So I'm trying to make a better tutorial than that. If Pokemon is your power, what are you without it? Bro, not the AI Socrates videos. It's not my power, just something I enjoy, you know? And then I'm thinking I want to make it like more blocky, so I'm just gonna like get out these lines here. Oh yeah, also hello to our viewers in Hong Kong, you know? Did I watch the football one? Nah, I don't generally watch those things. It's just because like Socrates appears in every video. So like basically, I just saw an immediate one with Socrates. Like what was it? You and your bro like start making burgers in like what, ancient Rome. I mean, this is my very based opinion, but I think generally, like, I don't think there's much of a problem using AI as a base for stuff. Like something to sketch around. I think if you can do it yourself, but like if you need, use it to help you out. But yeah, I think so. Like with those AI generated videos, just like draw it yourself or commission an artist. Like even using Stickman, that's better than like AI art generally, in my opinion. Unless you're using it as a base, but if you're just making art with AI and calling it your own, you know. Jerpin the Serpent, welcome to the chat. I am drawing a regional trubbish. Currently, I'm just doing the sketchwork of it. And it's going to be a rock and poison type based on uranium. So I'm just going to get up some reference images on my phone. I'm thinking I might add like some of the like crystal rock type things that it's got here, and then I might, I don't know, I could make these horns or something like devil style horns. I think that could be kind of cool, like the ears that it has, because going from a trash cat to a devil cat, because all cats are evil. No, I'm just kidding. And then I'm trying to. Oh, sorry, I just got to change the opacity settings on the rubber. Change that up to 100. Yeah. So I just realised I did the mouse slightly wrong, so I'm just gonna fix that. Right here. And then if I instead here do a bigger mouse, I don't know, I think because it's like uranium kind of reactive, I don't know, I want it to be like slightly angry. And then if I don't know, just like draw the under part of the mouth. Nah, I think that looks a bit odd. So if I just have its teeth hanging over, then I'll do its eye line here. And then with its, that's where the top of its eyes will be, or about there. And then if we get one eye here, I'll make that slightly bigger, like one eye here and one eye here. Then if we do some more like crystal stuff here, if we make it so it's slightly angrier looking here, and then if I select this eye and center it a bit more, because I think it's currently a bit asymmetrical. But I kind of like that asymmetrical idea, so I might just give it another make it so his eyes are partially closed, but in different ways. Right now, so I think then I will draw the pupils here, looking slightly crazy. Should I give it arms, guys? I don't know. I'm just trying to think, Where would I fit them in? I think, personally, I'm quite satisfied just keeping it a Goomba right now. So, all that being done, now I'm going to change the opacity down to 30%. Make another layer. This is the main line art. Opacity at 100%. And if we go on to brushes, there's one, amazing one that I downloaded, Pokemon Smooth. Now, I think at this point, this brush is a bit big. So, let's turn the size down to 18. Smoothing is way too low on 30, so I'm going to go for 100 on smoothing. Smoothing basically puts a delay on where the brush appears. So then typically it'll be sort of like this. And then, I'll make the brush a tiny bit bigger as well. And then what I'm trying to learn to do, because I used to just do one massive line for the entire thing like this, which just ends up looking a bit bad in my opinion. So I undo that, and then I want to complete lines with lots of different small lines. So, lots of small lines to try and get it to be in the official Sugimori art style. Well, I say Sugimori art style, kind of Sugimori, because I don't think they're drawn by Ken Sugimori anymore, but the official art style as such. You know that Garbodor is the only Pokemon that is not from Kanto or Galar to have gotten G-Max. Really random piece of ball knowledge there, but no knowledge is general and all that. Often it will just take multiple attempts to get one line right. And that's always fun after I'm on my 5th attempt for a certain line. Another thing that is a good idea to have is some variance in the line's length, wideness, so it looks more hand-drawn. I'm going to turn smoothing down to, let's go 80% right now, because then I think it can get that more sort of free-hand drawn element, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And then now if I do the mouth, Just, yeah, quite a few lines here. Because otherwise, let me just show you again. So, these lines, I think that they're like, they look a bit more like the official art style. But then if we like finish the line like that, it just doesn't look as good, essentially. And that was the main thing that I was getting wrong for a while, I think. Sorry about some of the reverb earlier, that was just me adjusting my headphones. Sometimes I'm just going to experiment, make sure that this is the right brush to be using. Because often I use this, for some of my slightly older art, I use this Litwick brush. Let's see. Then if we go on to line art and do it this time. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the smooth line thing. I think that looks better with this drawing. So if I go back down to this, there are a lot of really good lines that you can just get on DeviantArt. Smoothing is back down to 30, that's fun. Then you can always just like edit your brushes with this brush setting section. So for example, like with scattering, I'm not going to put that on mine, but you could do it and then build up. Once again, I'm not going to do that on mine. That's always an option. Smoothing. Then I'm going to turn that on. Protect texture. Just a lot of this is just about experimenting, basically. I'm afraid sometimes, like what's happening now, PCs can just give up. No way, spawn at the top left so we can align factory to receive 35k gold. What does that mean? That is not a straight line. So then I have to... yeah. Just make it straight. You see, I'm listening to this stream in one ear, so I'm just realizing like a bunch of the mistakes I've made. So earlier I said there are a lot of really good lines in DeviantArt, a bunch of really good brushes. Just search like Pokemon brushes. You'll find a bunch of really good things. Okay, then just like the amount of effort that goes into something like that, the mouth, and then one piece of advice that I'd always give is like constantly check, because if you've got something wrong, oh no way, we got bedrocked. Yeah, just the number of lines. It's yeah, always interesting. Always interesting. Next, for the other eye, that's basically just copy the previous one. Similar line density. Sorry, what is this with this make it look like a cow, make it look like a cow? What's the name of this Pokemon? It's Trubbish from my region. Bedrocks, you're now the number one commenter on this. I've got no idea how that like number one thing works, you know? By the way, everyone that's watching, like, if it's ever, like, anyone ever watching this in future, and Bedrock YT is still active, just sub to Bedrock. Some very high class content there. Okay. Now I want to make that uneven eye look to get my regional Trubbish to look a bit more angry. Yep, so this is so fun when I go through every single video. I'll do tons of these drawings, ending up spending quite a bit of time doing these drawings, and then I'll end up getting like on this stream like 2 views, which is so fun. Am I using Adobe Photoshop? Oh yeah. Adobe Photoshop, that's the one that I typically go for. I used to use Illustrator, that's good. And then there are a bunch of other really good ones there. Okay, I think I'm quite satisfied with this as the face. So I'm just gonna make the eyes a bit thicker. Make the eyes a bit thicker so they don't just look like individual lines. Yep, happy with that. I didn't realize. I was actually. Oh, no way. I thought that I was really far behind on the stream. Turns out it's close to where I thought. Better lock in. Okay. Now, if we start. Well, I actually wouldn't recommend doing the outlines just yet. First, I would say we want to make these gems here. Yeah, there is a reason as to why I'd say we want to leave the outlines for a tiny bit. So yeah, this is uranium trubbish. I've had an idea for the evolution. It's going to be kind of like a Galboda, but it's going to be it's going to be like radioactive material. So now I'm going to set the size to a bit higher, like maybe 32ish. Earlier today I was watching. Sorry, I'm just going to switch this smoothing. I was watching this guy that made his own video series that was about this fan-made game called Pokemon Cardinal, or fan-made conceptual game. And I noticed all of his Pokemon, they were like thicker outlines. Now see, this is what I'm talking about. The lines can sometimes be rather annoying to do. What type is it? It is poison and rock, because, uranium, radioactive material. And I also don't think we have that many poison and rock types, do we? I think it's just Glimmer and Glimora. Thank you. No, I think here I'm using slightly longer lines, so I think I'm just gonna go back over, give them a bit more texture. Like that. Yep, I'm happy with that. And then, yeah, lots of lines along here. Also, I remember earlier I was talking about commissions and stuff. By the way, I'm now also doing commissions on Fiverr. I will put my link in my channel description if anyone also in future wants to commission me something. If for some reason anyone would be watching back on this stream. Yeah, so basic package is I will do full line art for you, like a full set of line art like this, in black and white. Then for my second package, basically it's a full render for a bit more, and then we can both have usage rights to it. So yeah, we can both use it. And then the last one is full render, but only you can use it. You've got sole usage rights. Otherwise, I would be using it for like stuff on my channel and etc. Saying that it was commissioned by you and stuff like that. how much does each one cost? You get a base. I don't know how much they are in dollars, but you can get a basic. You can get a basic one with the line art for £8. You can get full render, and we can both use for what was it? Yeah, it was like £23. And then you can get one that only you can use for about £28. And naturally, friends and family discount. So yeah, at this point, I'm doing the. Cheers, Bedrock. I'm doing the bigger outlines around the outside, and then I think here I'm going to erase it and just do bigger outlines around the feet, and then smaller details, they're going to be in slightly smaller pen size. I don't know, this is a bit of an experimental one, but yeah, we'll see. Also, I'm pretty sure that like Bedrock does commissions as well for secret bases. This video isn't being sponsored by Bedrock or whatever. But yeah, you can go and check him out as well. If you want, I think. Well, I quite like this part of the design. I think I'm like this bottom bit here. So I'm going to erase that and make it look a bit more. I don't know, because it looks a bit lopsided. So I'm going to try and fix that. Wait, no, I did the wrong part there. Yeah, basically just the outside line is going to be this level of thickness, then the inside lines are going to be less so. Yeah, then I will just erase this part, and the Streamlabs thing is broken. Wait, what's that? Streamlabs. I think that might be the one that I'm using. Is there like something that's wrong with it right now? Because it seems to be alright. What's the issue? Got to get customer service on it. It's from my description. Wait, it's in like a description for this video. Oh, yeah, I had no idea about that. In that case, I'm guessing that is the facility that I'm using. It must just be like a random like thing that's provided by the like streaming company that I'm using, because I've got to use like this third party thing in order to be able to stream properly and stuff. So that's probably just them automating it. Yeah, I know. No, that's the wrong line there. So if I just do that. And there we go, those are the outside lines done. Once again, this is something I'm trying. Okay, now we go back to 25. Here, like these lines are. And then we patch this bit up. Right here. And here. Can you guys hear me right now? Oh wait, I was on my earphones. Alright, so I just gotta disconnect and then... Oh yeah, there we go, that's better. Yeah. Then if I connect this... Now it seems to have frozen for me. Might just be my Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, just. So now that I've done that detail, I'm going to turn the sketch layer on again and go around doing the lines that I would typically put for the details on the actual inside of the design itself. So like the horns here. I recently learned that, the difference between antlers and horns. Antlers are bones, whereas horns, like, only have bone on the inside, something like that, which is interesting. Then I'm just going to do a few lines here. And then I'm going to put the thinner line here. Oh, thank you for the cool fact. Shout out, I guess. So yeah, I've got to put the inside detail line here. If this looks good in the end, then I might stick with it. This art style. Not gonna lie, it's a controversial opinion, I know, but I actually really like Sword and Shield. Okay. And then if I just do some of these rock lines here. Just a few, but then I think it can quite quickly progress because of that. I know this is slightly improvising, I haven't done a ton of this stuff before for these rock lines. So I'm just going to do like this, and then if I do a zigzag line back here, although that might be a bit gilding the lily, so then if I'll just leave it here, and tell you what, I'll erase that one as well. And then just get rid of that one, and then that bit there. Pikachu, oh yeah, I heard that before. Pikachu wasn't originally meant to be Pokemon's mascot, yeah. It's really interesting. Then did you know that the first Pokemon designed, well, a lot of people actually have, hello Pokemon PKM Lover 123, it's lovely to have you on the stream. I'm currently just drawing my own fan-made Pokemon, because I have my own fan-made Pokemon region. This is a version of Trubbish based on uranium. And then also, because when I was learning to draw, there weren't really many good videos at first that I could see. So that would teach me how to do it. So I'm trying to sort of help out some artists in future as well. Okay, then if we go back onto the sketch layer, reveal that. I think if we make it so we put a line here, then here, then let's do another one here. Can you eat it? I'm guessing that's eat it, eat the uranium. I mean, if you want to, I wouldn't advise it because it's highly radioactive. Alright, I'm going to put like another rock down here. And then I'm going to put another line here. I feel I wasn't really doing the multiple line strategy, so I will just do that now. Yeah, so in response to Pokemon Lover 123, yeah, you can eat it if you want. I just take my responsibility for what happens after. Okay. Yeah, I feel I've done a bit of a few line inconsistencies, but I think I'm just going to go over the essential ones again. I think that's not too bad. I'm happy with it, and I'll be happy to start with the colouring. So essentially, this is what the lowest level of commission would get to the people asking earlier. Yep, I'm happy with that. And then if I'll get rid of this pose layer, tell you what, I'm just going to get rid of this one line here. As I don't know, it just doesn't particularly feel like it fits to me. And then tell you what, I'm just going to get rid of this as well. Can you guys hear me right now? Because I'm watching it live and on my alt, and it says, like, I can't hear any audio, so could you comment if you could hear me? As I'm just going to try and get back onto my live, make sure that it's all, like, yeah, it's all working. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Bedrocked. Like, I can't hear any audio, so could you comment if you can? And also thank you, Pokemon Lover 123. Alright, then I'll do a few more just gemstones here. Okay, then I will just, I think I'll also just erase some of this line, maybe not all of it. And then, now, in order to get the proper colouring done, so I just realised, just gonna give this one more touch over. Because I feel generally I make the lines more varying in size, but I feel like this could do with a tiny bit more consistency on the line length. But yeah, so I was watching the video of this, these two guys, one of them, like, hoops and hip hop, and the other, a guy called, Lawkeeper Toby, and their art styles for their Pokemon were sort of like, yeah, slightly more thick lines around the outside, so, that's what I'm aiming for right now. This is part of an experiment, I guess. And then Pokemon Lover, not Bacon, can you subscribe, bro? I need to get more subs so I can get more publicity. So I can beat the creating a custom Pokemon for you guy. Nah, just kidding. You don't need to subscribe or anything. Bro, I just heard that, like, creating a custom Pokemon for you bit. Oh wait, the audio might be clashing. Damn, I just realised the audio feedback. Oh, thank you very much, Pokemon Lover. And we got 2 more viewers as well. Thank you very much. You're a real one. So the two more viewers, if you don't know what I'm doing, which to be honest, looking at all the people on YouTube is realistic. I have my own fan-made Pokemon series where I'm going through the story of my region, the Pokemon, the characters, etc., etc. And I'm currently just drawing my regional Trubbish, whilst also trying to help out some artists in future, because I couldn't find a good tutorial on how to draw in the kind of Sugimori art style. So, I am right now quite content with this line work, so I'm gonna copy and paste it, and then I'm going to align both. There is a very important reason for this, because otherwise, when I'm painting, it will slightly ruin the line work. And then I think if we look... Okay, that's pretty good, that's pretty close. Then I want to go on to the line art layer. And then I want to... Now you see, the colour palette that I was thinking for this is like a uranium-y green, like a neon green for the most part. And then I think for some other details, some other colour. So for my viewers, you guys got any particular ideas? So I've thought of one more thing that I'm going to add to the baseline. There we go. And perfection. And I'm just going to read you those lines because not quite perfection. So yeah, any colours that I could put with the neon green, your choice. Also, another thing about colour theory, you never want to pick just the basic colour generally, unless you've got a real reason to. You want to slightly mute it with some blacks and greys and all that. Okay, so I think even that's a bit too much for a uranium-y style one. Bright orange, I absolutely love that. Yes, I'm doing that. I'm gonna make it more of like a buggy uranium colour here, so there we go. Bright orange, yep, bright orange. Wait, a Pokemon lover of 1, 2, 3 are in bedrock the same person, bro. But alt accounts. Okay, what should be bright orange? What, we thinking his feet, or... Okay, my apologies to Pokemon lover. So what colour are we thinking for the... So where do we think the bright orange should go? Currently, I'm leaning small bits of white and the dots on the... Yeah, okay, I like that. Just as a think... Okay, what are we thinking? This for the bright orange? Like this colour here? Or brighter? Like, if I mix it a bit with the yellow... Get it like this. Yep, I like that. Wait, just out of interest, because a lot of my friends are watching the stream or have been at some point. Pokemon level 1, 2, 3. Do I know you in real life? Oh, thank you, Bedrock. Just out of interest, feel no pressure to answer if that's like an online safety thing. Okay, do I want to put this for the eyelids? I actually kind of like that look for the eyelids as well. Although I might make it a darker green. Oh, and is Pokemon Lover gone? I don't know. Thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate you. Yeah, I like this. I feel I'm back in the swing of things. Oh, and we're back to 4 people. Okay. Hi, guys. Okay, then the colour of the feet. What colour of the feet do we think, guys? Like this, or should we change it? Oh, thank you very much for rejoining, being so loyal, Pokemon Lover. Oh, thank you. What colour are we thinking the feet? And then also, do we want the same colour as eyelids? I like that, yep. Thank you. Pokemon Lover, just out of interest, feel no pressure to answer if you don't want to. I understand like online safety and all that. A lot of my friends are watching the stream. Are you one of my friends in real life? Or once again, no pressure to answer if you don't want to. Like, do I know you? Ah, okay. In that case, it is a pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much for stopping by and watching with us. Okay. Well, cheers, yeah. Very, very nice to meet you. Okay, now I'm going to make a new layer and work on the shadow. Oh, no way, that's actually probably like the first person that ever joined from feed. Thank you very much. Alright, I'm going to work on the highlights first. Wait, no. Not shadow, yeah. So, I'm going to name this light. Actually, tell you what, let's do shadow first. So, we want to call the layer shadow, turn it to multiply. We want to change the opacity to 30%. And we want to put it on top of the baseline art. Then, typically we want to go for like a grey-ish purple. And then we want to use this for like the main shadow, and then there's going to be a second shadow for the parts of the rock, I'm thinking. Oh, sorry, my fault. I forgot the most important step with this. So when doing this, I want to select this magic wand tool to select the outside, then on the line art layer, press select, modify, expand by 2 pixels, and then I want to press select and inverse. Then, basically because of that, I can, did not mean to do that, I can draw whatever I want on the inside, but then it doesn't let me go on the outside. Yeah. And then I'm gonna up the size a bit, switch the brush to Pokemon Shading. In fact, I'll get it even bigger than this. We've just got to lock in with the shading. Then we'll go up here and along here. And then oh wait, we're not there yet. Okay. Then I'm gonna shade around the eyes on one side, like so. And while I'm working on this, I'm also looking at like reference images and stuff. So yeah, I'm satisfied with that. And then for the feet, just gonna sort of mirror the effect down here. So it's gonna be like partly shadowed by the main body, and then I figure it would be partly shadowed underneath on the foot. So yeah. Yeah, and then if we push this back at a slightly different angle, I think that could look better. Hello, why am I here for real? Lovely to have you on the stream. Currently we are drawing some Pokemon for my fan-made region, which I release basically a series of videos on. I release a series of videos on about my own designs, my own story for my region, a bunch of other Pokemon stuff, and yeah. Thank you for coming along. So yeah, welcome to the stream. And then I'm trying to mirror the effect I gave on the other foot, except I think here, again, I want to give this the slight angle. So, yeah. And then if I just colour this in. Alright, I like this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to shade around the outside of the shadow on the body. And then now, slightly annoying thing, if I shade again, it sort of makes these lines denser. So typically I double tap to shade. I was going to make a joke about how you guys should double tap right now. But I've decided against that. My favourite Pokemon Lover says, is that to me or everyone in the chat? Because Magikarp got to be the best. That's valid. I love Magikarp. Me personally, I really like Absol. But yeah, interested to hear what your guys' favourite Pokemon are. Okay, I'm happy with this as a base shading layer. I'm just gonna quickly pull up a reference image. Yep, I'm happy with that. Yeah. In fact, I would say I might just make it a tiny bit smoother. Oh, thank you very much, Pokemon lover. Thank you very much. Okay, now I'm gonna go on to the deeper shadows layer. This is for putting more detail in. And not every Pokemon needs it. I think it works in these ones because they have a bit more detail about them. So I'll call that deep shadow. Then I'll put this to multiply again. And I'll change the opacity to 20. Not 200, 20. And then in some areas, I'll go over shadow again in order to really exaggerate it. Now, not every Pokemon needs this. There are tons that don't. It's just because this is sort of like a rock crystal thing. So I think it kind of works in this situation to give a sense of depth. Yeah, but I think with these, with this layer, use it sparingly. Because one thing that I've definitely had to adjust to is with a lot of Pokemon designs, you got to use shadow and light sparingly. Because otherwise they end up looking not like Pokemon. Should you say it? Well, should you say what? Go on, say it. You said, like, Pokemon Love said, should I say it? Yo, should I say it? Should you say what? Just out of interest. No need to elaborate if not needed. Should you say it? Okay, sure, say it. I think here I've used the shadow a bit too much, so I'm just going to undo that. Then I'm going to put this here. I swear, I knew it. I was saying it earlier. No, after this stream, I was about to check, like, the created user date. Yeah. See, I just know you too well. I know you too well. Hey, I appreciate more subs though, bro. Tell you what, I'll sub to you on all my alts as well. See, yeah, I've just known you for too long, bro. Appreciate you, man. You're day one. You're a real one. All right. Yeah. In that case, bye. Wait, we still got another person. Never mind, just me. Or is it just me, or like this might even count? Hey, if you're scrolling on your For You page right now, just like, can you come and say hi? I'm lonely. Okay, I'm done from being AFK. Now we're almost there. I'm quite satisfied with this design generally. I know. I'm trying to still learn how to draw in the exact real Pokemon style. Looking way, but new layer. Then now I'm gonna do highlight. Or just light. I'm gonna switch it to overlay. Into 30%. You're back. Okay, nice. And then switch this color to like a really light yellowy white. Okay, 3 people. They're drugged. You on your alt ticket, bro. Oh, I forgot to switch brushes. Oh well. I'm going to do a highlight in this. Turn it to overlay, turn it to 20. Okay. Then you've got one more thing, the focus point. And that shows where the light comes in. I turn the opacity to 80. Literally just where should we put it? Let's make it a dot here. And then now if we go to brushes, then let's go all-purpose blend because I haven't really used that. And then I am turning that down in size quite a lot. Now a bit up in size because it's not big enough. And that's like the focus point. And then if we go onto layers, just to make sure that this works, I'm just gonna run it over here. Okay. Then if I'm switching, then I've got to like just switch the mode of this to the blur tool. And then I'm gonna make it a bit bigger. Then I'm basically just using that all around down here. Then here as well. Then I'm switching this back to the smudge tool. And just slowly smudge over the edge of the shadows. And then blend this over. Now often blenders can be where the computer starts bugging a bit. And we'll do the same here, here and here. Then here and here as well. Basically just running it over a couple times. No, I swear I'm gonna do another stream soon, and then next stream it's gonna be actually like typical yeah. regular Pokemon to help people out. Oh no way, Owen came from a feed. I'm finally showing up on people's feeds. If I'm on your feed right now, please click on me, bro. And then I'm gonna switch to the brush to Scratch Blend. We're gonna turn up the size. And then, because basically every so often, I'm just trying to. Who is Why Am I Here and Pokemon Lover? Owen says they are Bedrocked YT's alts. Oh, if you're watching, can you make sure you're subscribed, please? I gotta get more subs, you know? Okay, then I think we've got that here. And if we go on to layers, onto deep shadow, I think that works there. And if I do the same, no way, just going over once works. I should attempt that with line art in the future. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong layer, damn. That's okay, so I've just had a slight revelation, you know, at the best time once I'm finishing the shadow. But I'm pretty sure that just going over the line once or twice does all the work with the Scratch Blender. Does all the work you need it to. So that's so fun that I realised that now and not earlier. And then every so often I'm trying to give it some line variancy. Whatever. Variance, actually. My fault. This XP thing, I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out as well. I think like it's the more that you comment, the more XP you get. So I think on my alt I commented at one point earlier and I've got 25 XP. Yeah, basically if you comment you get XP. I think. Okay, then if I'm just gonna finish this layer off by doing a bit more shading. Alright, bye. Thank you for watching. Thank you. To our other viewer, I completely agree. It does look like a mix of Puke, Agumba, and Trubbish. I guess that was the desired effect, so I'm happy with that. So I had a revelation. I realized that I've been doing it wrong and not how I wanted, so that was fun. But hey, now I figured out how to do it like I want. Okay, and here we are approaching the end. Now to go on to light, and then we bring the size up considerably for light. There we go, that's that line done. I feel generally with line work is alright now. And then I'm just going to switch to that highlights layer to get that one triangle. And then I'd say we're done. Okay, that was fun. Mid-drawing, realised I've been doing it all wrong, figured out how to do it. So, to anyone in future watching this, when you're ready to waste another hour and a bit of your life, how long's it been? It has been an hour and a half. When you're ready to waste another hour and a half of your life learning how to draw Pokemon, I think my next stream will be able to cover lines like this, which is more the look that I was going for, than slightly bigger blurred lines like this. Still generally satisfied with it. I will see you all soon. Yeah, bye.